Greetings to all my loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. I hope everybody is doing well today. On behalf of Starseed Galactic Federation, I have been given access to this knowledgeable information from my Akashic records for the purpose of aiding humanity. This information is given directly to me as a divine channel, and any use or reproduction of this information without the proper accreditation or acknowledgement from where this information was received will result in instant karma for the plagiarizing parties and or individual. And so it is. So today, I want to talk to you guys about predators, okay? It's something very important because, let me tell you, especially if you are attractive, this is not just for women. I just want to go ahead and say that first and foremost, men, you're susceptible to predators as well. So first and foremost, in Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition for predator is there's three definitions, but the one that applies to this conversation that we're having today is a predator is one who injures or exploits others for personal gain or profit. Okay? Remember that, because a lot of times people feel as though they cannot be preyed upon because, they're strong or because they're male or because they're older. Or you know what I mean? Or a lot of times males feel as though only females can be preyed upon because a lot of times people only know about sexual predators. But I'm going to tell you that is false. Very false. A lot of people have been preyed and they didn't even realize it. So I'm going to help you guys out because I've been preyed upon many a times. I'm still being preyed upon. But that's neither here nor there. But that is how I'm able to tell you guys about my experiences and what you need to be careful for and the different types of predators. So today we're going to talk about the three main types of predators because there are three main types, as I said. The first one is sexual, what everybody mainly, looks at people as predators. Whenever you bring up a predator, 9 times out of 10, people are going to think you're talking about the sexual ones. But the second type is financial predators. And the third type is emotional predators. Now, let's go in what I feel is the order of importance, right? So first and foremost, let's talk about emotional predators because those are the worst ones. If somebody is an emotional predator, they're sick. They are sick. Where do you think all of these narcissists come from? 9 times out of 10, if you've been in close proximity with a narcissist, it's because they were probably raised by sociopaths. People just don't turn into narcissists overnight. Emotional predators tend to be sociopaths. They do not care about causing emotional damage to others because they have none. They have no emotion. So why are they going to care if they hurt you? They don't care. What you have to understand, a sociopath is a person who they lack empathy. They don't care what they're doing to a person. They're akin to a psychopath, right? Because there's levels to that shit. So somebody is a sociopath, they're a psychopath as well because they don't care about the consequences. They have no conscience. They have no empathy. They feel no emotions towards others. They only care about themselves. So therefore, they have no problem with preying on other people's emotions, especially people who are more susceptible to being victims of emotional predators. People who are not confident in standing alone. People who have emotional issues, people who have been emotionally neglected growing up and they seek attention. A lot of times people grow up neglected and they might not even realize the different ways they were neglected either from family, friends, or whatever it is. So in turn, they turn looking for love in the wrong places. And an emotional predator will see that and they will feed that person in order to lure them in, to have them lower their defenses, their emotional defenses as well. Because as I say all the time, the highest power is love. So that right there is directly affecting your heart chakra. So that is where, because they have no heart, they may have a physical organ, but they have no heart, they're going to try to get yours, right? They have no emotions, so they don't mind causing emotional damage. They tend to be unremorseful of their actions and use other people to commit acts that lack moral and spiritual integrity. Sociopaths, emotional predators, they like to have other people do their dirty work, especially if that dirty work might get them in trouble. So they're going to prey on the young, the naive, the emotionally insecure, because one thing you have to realize is a lot of people feel as though predators only prey on people who are younger. That is not true. Somebody can be 5 years old and have the wisdom of a 500-year-old man and not fall for the fuck shit. And somebody can be 50 years old and have the mentality of a 5-year-old and be emotionally undeveloped. And that predator will say, you're perfect. You're perfect. Yes, you the one. You the one, girl. You the one. You the one, girl. But in the bad way, though. Anywho, where was I? In turn, they essentially sacrifice themselves for someone who does not give a fuck about them. Yes, I said it. I said it. Emotional predators will prey on the undeveloped souls, the people who are emotionally undeveloped, who have been heartbroken and don't know how to build themselves back, the people who do not love themselves appropriately or enough. So therefore, they're willing to give their most precious, their heart, their everything to that person. And that person will do that in order to have them do their dirty work. Why do you feel, I'm sorry, not why do you feel, why do you think that there are so many innocent women in prison, incarcerated behind a man, being drug mules, being sex trafficked? They were victims of emotional predators who preyed on what they felt like they didn't have in their lives to use them to do their dirty work. And now where they at? Where they at, sis? It's okay. It's okay. The second worst type, in my opinion, is the sexual predators. And everybody knows them, a sexual predator. I don't care if it's your Uncle Jimmy. I don't care if it's your cousin Larry. It might be your sister Shaniqua. Everybody knows a sexual predator. And a lot of times people, especially when you have a sexual predator that's in close proximity to you, like a family member or something, a lot of times people, they like to downplay that because people don't like to take accountability, especially if they are aware that somebody is a predator and they do not have enough integrity or courage to interject and to stop the fuck shit. They'll try to turn a blind eye. Predators tend to specifically prey on people who they feel are in an emotionally volatile situation or environment, and tend to lure their victims with a false sense of support or safety in order to initially gain their trust. I'm telling you that because I recently came in contact with yet another sexual predator, right? And apparently, because I look sweet and innocent, and I was very emotional on this day, this person came to comfort me, which was greatly appreciated. And in the same breath, told me he was a nymphomaniac, like I give a fuck. Those are predators. You have to watch out for those. They see you and they feel like, oh, this person looks emotional. You could be having a bad day. You could be flustered. You could have a lot on your mind, whatever. They'll look and they'll say, let me go ahead and try her, because him or her, their focus is elsewhere. They're hurt right now. They're in a situation where they feel as though they may have nobody. They might be stranded and need a ride or something. So let me go ahead and make them feel safe. Let me lure them and get them to a point where, they feel like they may have no choice, or they feel so emotionally indebted toward me because I came in like the knight in shining armor at just the right time. So they feel as though they can trust me. And a lot of females get victimized that way, I must say. A lot of females. And they don't even realize it. That's why it's important not to trauma bond with people as well. Because what you don't realize, 9 times out of 10, whenever you trauma bond with somebody, they're probably a predator. Because they are going to see, yes, this person is at a weak point right now in their life. This person is feeling down. Let me relate to them real quick. Let me get them a shoulder to cry on. And while they're crying, let me just go ahead and slide that head down to that dick. You feel me? You feel me? Y'all better stay woke. Okay, stop letting people get that good stuff when you don't even really want to give it to them. You're just in a moment of weakness. Be aware of those predators. Stop trauma bonding with people when you're at your weakest emotional points, because anybody who will try to get intimate or sexual with you when you are going through any type of loss, heartbreak, stress, depression, or anything, they truly do not care about you. They do not have your best interest at heart, and they just want to fuck. And in the end, you will be the one that will be left fucked up, looking stupid with a wet ass. You feel me? We're too old for that. We're too old for that, ladies and gentlemen. That's for you too. And you back there. Sis, that's for you too. Trust me. And last but most definitely not least, I'm going to touch on the financial predators. Because, Lord, this. I'm in America. Ain't nothing but financial predators around this bitch. All the financial institutions, the loan departments and everything. America was founded by a bunch of financial predators. Okay? If everywhere else you go, people, they get to live for free. They're not as indebted to their society as we are here in the States. And that is because financial predators, they like to make situations where you feel as though you owe them so that they can control you or your livelihood. Financial predators are also sociopathic in the fact that they lure people in financial traps by initially appearing as a financial savior. That's that savior complex that a lot of people have. A lot of sociopaths have a savior complex. A lot of narcissists have a savior complex. A lot of predators have a savior complex. But it's actually indebtedness that they are putting you into so that you end up feeling as though you owe them for saving you from a predicament that they actually put you in, right? Just like those credit card, you know what I'm saying? You get those solicitations from credit card people and whatnot in the mail and whatnot. And it just so happens that they might just so happen to send you this credit card that say you got a $3,000 limit right when you need I don't know, some new tires or something, right? So you're like, oh, yes, it's perfect. And then they tell you all of this, but you don't realize. They don't tell you about the interest. They don't tell you about all the fine print. And who really reads the fine print? People need to be more upfront, okay? A lot of times, there's other ways to get yourself out of a financial hole besides putting yourself into debt with a financial institution that you know these financial institutions only care about themselves. But they also know that people in society like quick fixes because this is the microwave era. People like things fast. They like instant gratification. And because of the allure of the instant gratification, that's what makes it so easy for financial institutions to prey on people, innocent victims who might not know as much, might not be fully aware of all of their rights, might be in a tight predicament and a bind and need that help. So therefore, they don't pay attention to the red flags. They don't pay attention to the fine print. Those are sociopaths because they don't give a fuck. They prey on you at weak points. They prey on you with opportunities. You know what I'm saying? They use their glamour spells as though it's going to be a way out and you end up trapped. So don't be prey. Also, don't be a predator because I talk to you guys all the time about my best friend, Karma. She said to tell y'all, hey, and she said to tell you she's real, okay? So don't be a predator because eventually the predator always turns into the prey. Remember that. Also, while you're on your spiritual journey, I know I've told you guys many a times, check out my shop on Etsy. There I have all kinds of crystals, all kinds of handmade custom items. See, everything that I have on is made by myself, yours truly. Okay, everything is blessed and highly favored. Go ahead, check me out. I'm also now offering birth chart analysis reports where I will go through all of your signs and I will break everything down so that you can understand aspects of yourself in order to live to your highest purpose, your highest potential, and to heal your shadow self as well. And it's at a wonderful rate. That's also available on Etsy at Empress Oracle Shop. Have a wonderful, blessed day. I love you all. And don't forget, don't be a predator and don't be a prey. I love you all. I'll see you later.